Most men believe attraction is obvious. They wait for direct words, clear confessions, or dramatic romantic signals. But real attraction almost never announces itself loudly. Instead, it reveals itself through behavior, because attraction is emotional before it becomes physical. And according to Stoic psychology, people rarely say what they feel. They show it through comfort, attention, and openness. Here is the first powerful sign. Sign number 1. She creates reasons to stay close. When a woman feels strong attraction, something subtle happens. She stops protecting distance. She begins reducing space between you, physically and emotionally. You may notice conversations last longer than necessary. She doesn't rush to leave. She finds small excuses to continue interaction. She stays even when there is no logical reason. This is not coincidence. Human beings move toward what feels emotionally safe. And intimacy begins with proximity. The psychology behind it. Attraction lowers psychological barriers. When someone feels drawn to you, their brain associates your presence with comfort and positive emotion. So instead of ending conversations, she unconsciously extends them. She might ask random questions, bring up new topics, or simply remain near you without urgency. She isn't trying to impress you. She's trying to remain inside your energy. What high-value men understand? Most men ruin this moment. They interpret closeness as permission to rush intimacy. They push too fast. They try harder. And pressure instantly breaks attraction. The Stoic man does the opposite. He stays calm. He allows connection to unfold naturally, because attraction grows strongest when it feels voluntary, never forced. The silent test. Here's something few men realize. Sometimes she stays longer just to see how you handle closeness. Do you become nervous, needy, overexcited, or do you remain grounded and composed? Your reaction determines whether attraction deepens or disappears. Stoic insight. Marcus Aurelius taught, be like the rock against which the waves continually break. Emotional stability creates safety, and safety is a foundation of intimacy. After closeness begins, something even more revealing happens. This is where attraction stops being polite and becomes personal. Most men never notice this stage. They keep looking for flirting, while missing the strongest psychological signal of all. Sign number 2, she opens her emotional world to you. When a woman feels true attraction, she doesn't just talk to you. She begins talking about herself. Not surface conversations, not small talk, but real emotions. You'll notice she starts sharing personal stories, past struggles, childhood memories, fears, insecurities, or dreams, things she normally hides from others. This is not random conversation. This is emotional trust forming. Why this matters psychologically. Intimacy begins long before physical connection. The human brain protects vulnerability. People only reveal their inner world to someone they feel emotionally safe with. So when she opens up, she is unconsciously saying, I feel safe being seen by you. And emotional safety is one of the strongest attraction triggers in female psychology. The mistake most men make. Here is where many men fail. The moment she becomes vulnerable, they try to solve her problems. They give advice. They try to fix everything. But attraction doesn't grow from solutions. It grows from presence. She doesn't want a therapist. She wants a man who can listen without judgment. A man who remains calm while she reveals herself. Stoic masculine energy. The Stoics understood something powerful. Strength is not loud dominance. Strength is emotional control. When you listen quietly, maintain eye contact, and allow her emotions without interruption, you demonstrate rare confidence. And rare confidence creates deep attraction. Because most people react emotionally, very few people remain grounded. Hidden attraction signal. Watch carefully for this moment. She tells you something slightly embarrassing or deeply personal, then looks at your reaction. That pause is important. She is measuring. Do you respect her vulnerability? Do you remain calm? Do you make her feel understood? If you pass the silent test, her emotional investment increases dramatically. Why older, mature men often win. This is also why emotionally mature men often appear more attractive. They don't rush. They don't panic around emotions. They create space where a woman feels heard rather than judged. And emotional safety naturally evolves into emotional desire. Stoic insight. The Stoic man knows. You don't chase connection. You allow connection. You don't force attraction. You become someone attraction feels safe around. Attraction always follows a pattern. First comes attention, then emotional openness. But the final stage is different, because now she stops showing interest and starts investing effort. And effort is something no one gives without desire. Sign number 3. She begins investing her time and energy into you. When a woman truly wants closeness, her behavior changes in subtle but powerful ways. You'll notice she begins to initiate conversations first, reply faster than usual, find reasons to see you again, extend conversations instead of ending them, create opportunities to be alone with you. This is not coincidence. This is intentional proximity. Why effort equals attraction. Human psychology follows a simple rule. We invest energy where we feel emotional reward. If she consistently makes space for you in her day, you are no longer just an option. You have become emotionally important. Unlike flirting or compliments, effort requires commitment, and commitment reveals desire. The silent tests begin. At this stage, many women unconsciously test a man's emotional stability. She might cancel once to see your reaction, tease you playfully, disagree with you on small things, delay replies occasionally. These are not games meant to hurt you. They are emotional calibration. She is asking one silent question. Are you confident or dependent? A stoic man passes this test easily. He stays relaxed. He doesn't chase harder. He doesn't become needy, because attraction grows strongest around calm confidence. The power of scarcity. Here's the paradox most men miss. The more available you become, the less mysterious you appear. But when your life clearly has purpose beyond her, your value increases. Machiavellian psychology and Stoic philosophy agree on one truth. People respect what is not easily controlled. So when she sees that your attention is owned, not freely given, desire intensifies. Behavior that reveals deep interest. Watch for these powerful signals. Heavy checkmark, she remembers small details about you. Heavy checkmark, she laughs more around you than others. Heavy checkmark, she adjusts her schedule to meet you. Heavy checkmark, she mirrors your tone or body language. Heavy checkmark, she stays longer even when she has reasons to leave. These actions bypass logic. They come directly from emotional attraction. Words can lie. Effort never does. Stoic perspective on attraction. The Stoics believe true power comes from self-mastery. You don't chase affection. You become a man whose presence feels calm, grounded, and rare. When you live with purpose, people move closer naturally, and attraction becomes effortless rather than forced. The hidden truth. Attraction isn't built through tricks or lines. It grows when a woman feels emotionally safe, genuinely understood, intrigued by your independence. When those three combine, desire reveals itself without words. Most men spend their lives trying to impress women, but attraction doesn't peak when you impress her. It peaks when she feels he can drop her guard around you. Because real desire is never loud. It becomes visible through comfort. The final sign, she stops performing. In the beginning, people perform. They try to look perfect. They filter their words. They control their image. But when a woman truly desires closeness, something changes. She stops acting. She becomes natural. What this looks like in real life. You'll notice small but powerful shifts. She shares personal stories she doesn't tell others. She laughs without worrying how she looks. She speaks honestly instead of politely. She shows vulnerability instead of perfection. Silence between you feels comfortable, not awkward. This is a moment attraction moves from curiosity to intimacy, because vulnerability only appears where trust exists. Why comfort is stronger than excitement. Many men believe attraction is built through constant excitement, but psychology shows the opposite. Excitement creates interest. Comfort creates attachment. A woman may enjoy many conversations, but she desires intimacy only with a man who feels emotionally safe. And safety comes from emotional stability. The Stoic advantage. Stoic philosophy teaches one powerful lesson. Control yourself, not others. When you remain calm, when you don't seek validation, when your emotions stay grounded, you create an environment where attraction grows naturally. You are no longer chasing approval. You become the emotional anchor, and people are drawn to anchors. What destroys attraction instantly? At the final stage, many men unknowingly ruin everything by asking for reassurance too soon, becoming overly available, forcing labels or outcomes, showing insecurity after progress. Desire needs space to breathe. The more you try to control it, the faster it disappears. A stoic man understands timing. He allows connection to unfold instead of rushing it. The real secret behind attraction. The strongest attraction happens when a woman feels three things at once. Heavy checkmark emotional safety. Heavy checkmark genuine curiosity. Heavy checkmark respect for your independence. When these combine, intimacy becomes a natural result, not a forced goal. Final stoic lesson. You don't attract through manipulation. You attract through presence, through calm confidence, through purpose, through emotional discipline. The man who values himself quietly never needs to chase attention. Attention finds him. If this opened your eyes to the psychology most people never talk about, subscribe to Quiet Stories, where silence becomes power and understanding becomes strength.